the diversification play stopped making sense. It just stopped making sense for me. So the channel is changing. It's not just you. All right, I've just got to level with everyone who's watching. We just had 1,000 subscribers. It's been fun. We've been on YouTube for a little over a year. I think the channel has a hard time finding the right people just because it's a little bit just watching me build a bunch of companies and life advice from a guy who's gone through it. But maybe 4 months ago, I did a YouTube video where I went through and really worked it up and did every single change that I've seen from Turo. Now, Turo is like the YouTube bread and butter. Most of my real estate videos have 30 or 100 views, 200 views max, right? I've got Turo videos with 10,000 views on them because I think Turo is really interesting and people are interested in it and they're trying to make a go of it. And in all candor, I think that's just because it's accessible. Everyone's got a car, the economy's tight. I just think people want to know if they can get into Turo and make some money. We've got 23 cars on Turo. We've invested $250,000 on that platform. I shot a video and I just talked about every single change that Turo has made to the platform since I started in like 2022. My team went and they edited that video. They sent it back to me for review for me to greenlight it. And as I watched it, I was like, man, having all these changes and my opinion about all these changes back to back to back just sounds so negative because they've made so many changes that I'm not a fan of. And they really make me question their fundamental value proposition. And that video coming back to me, I said, we can't post this video. Like, Turo's going to kick us off platform. It just comes off as way too negative. It was honest, but it was way too negative. And that's why you haven't seen the video yet. That video was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, where I realized I'm not going to invest any more money that way. Once I looked at all the changes they had made, there were changes that I had even forgot about. I just said, we're not investing any more money this way, and I started pivoting my team away from Turo. At the same time, I know that whoever's watching this, if you've been watching this channel, you've realized that it's changed a little bit in the last 6 months. And that's because in September of 2025, my longtime business partner with Bedrock emailed me out of the blue and said, hey man, I love you. This has been a good ride. I want to go do something else with my life. I don't enjoy the entrepreneur roller coaster. And that's really because of tariffs. Tariffs jelly-legged the real estate market in a way that's hard to describe. I'm going to be blunt. Every single investor in 2025 who was ready to buy a house with Bedrock, and we've always had pretty good purchasing, every single investor who was ready to buy a property with Bedrock in 2025, as soon as the tariffs hit, they just pushed away from the table. They're like, I've got to wait. I've got to see what happens with the market. We might be going into a recession or a depression, or we might be entering the new golden age in America. They're like, I'm not spending any money right now. And so all of them pushed away. Now, a little bit of our income, me and my partner, was transactional. You know, as we do transaction, money comes in, money comes out. We're always selling properties, but really, Liberation Day put a kibosh on buying properties. And because of that, his income went way, way down all of a sudden. It is kind of an entrepreneur roller coaster. I had other things going on. I have other businesses. We've got Willow Creek. We've got Turo. We've got some private stuff on the side. Like, we got 6, 7 businesses. We have crash pads. I had other sources of income. He was just working for Bedrock. And with that dip of income, it just became the right time for him to go do something else. And when we set up Bedrock, we really set it up. I would handle the product. I'd handle dealing with all these properties. We manage 13 property managers in 9 states. It's a ton of work. Every time I do one of these videos where I talk about dealing with single-family residential, it can be a real headache. My job at Bedrock was to come up with the idea, to make sure we had some strategic guidance and vision, and to make sure the product actually worked. And that took 5.5 years just to get the product to function in a way that I was comfortable going out and advertising and bringing on more clients. My partner's job, as we envisioned it, was he would handle the onboarding of clients, the sales, walking people through how the product works, what's a good market, what's a good transaction. He's done that like 4,000 times. And he would build the sales funnel, the marketing funnel, do the networking, and run all the top funnel stuff, and really be the guy in charge of all the acquisitions. In fact, Bedrock's 2 different companies. It's Bedrock Acquisitions, he ran it, and Bedrock Property Administration, I ran it. He said in September of last year, hey, I just want to go have a normal job, because he had realized over the 5.5 years he was never going to want to be the guy to go and get knee deep in marketing and figure all that out. And I had realized it didn't make sense for me to step over after building the product and build the entire sales side of the company and still be 50-50 partners. We both realized that. We both realized this isn't going to work this way. So he decided to step away. He offered me a buyout. I bought him out. And then he's still helping with transactions. He's sitting in more of the seat he wants to sit in. However, that means that I'm way more vested in Bedrock than I was. I've looked at Turo and said, hey, I don't even want to be in this business long term. I don't trust the management team of Turo. I'll eventually put that video out where I walk through every single change, but I'm on my way out from Turo. Crash Pads has been totally kneecapped by the tariffs. If you want to see some videos on that, feel free to go look at it. We just don't feel confident that we can place an order with China and get those in. So it wasn't a ton of money I spent for that product. So I've stopped doing Crash Pads. And really, I focused my attention on Bedrock and rehabs. And so all you've really seen on the channel recently is me talking about single-family residential, why I like it, why I'm still focusing on that product, and Willow Creek, which is the biggest rehab we've ever done. It's sucking up all my money. So the channel's changing. The guy I was when we launched this channel 2 years ago, year and a half ago. I'm not a guy who's working with 6, 7 little companies trying to get them to work. The ones that are working have become obvious, and so I'm actually doubling down my efforts on the ones that are working. And that's Bedrock and Willow Creek for right now. Everything else, the YouTube channel, it's not a business. We just got monetized. I think in the whole time of YouTube, I've probably spent $35,000 in editing and this and that, getting the channel to 1,000 views, and I've earned $0 back. YouTube isn't a business. I knew that when I started it. And so, yeah, we'll do YouTube, but it's really more of a brand play so that people know how the things that I do like to invest in work. So YouTube's not a business. Bedrock's a business, and it's a big business, and I own a lot more of it than I did, so we're focusing a lot of my time on building the sales side and the infrastructure and the top funnel side. I'm going to be talking about that a lot more. And then Willow Creek is a huge business. We're almost ready there. But every other piece of the equation, all those other businesses I was working on, I'm liquidating. I'm getting to a point where I'm just focusing on the things that are really profitable, and the ones that are really earning me money are my real estate ventures. So I just wanted to shoot a quick video and let you know, hey, the channel is changing. I may, if I have time, keep my finger on the pulse of Turo and just be an outside commentator. But I'm not going to be on the platform for much longer. Eventually, I'll put out all the changes, and you'll say, okay, I understand why he's doing it, because it just wasn't worth the hassle anymore. And the diversification play stopped making sense. It just stopped making sense for me. So the channel is changing. It's not just you. The channel has changed. It's become a lot more real estate focused, and that's because that's where the profit I have found is and what I'm enjoying doing. So I just wanted to hop on, let you all know it's not just you. The channel is migrating more towards real estate. It's becoming a lot less entrepreneurial and all these different things. We have found things that are profitable. We're doubling down on where the profit is, where we like working. And just wanted to let you know that's what's happening with the channel, and that's why it seems to be changing a little bit. If you want to see something really cool that we've released recently, I would go watch a video titled What a Good Rental Actually Looks Like. That's a piece of a webinar we did where we just talked about what we're finding in the market, what's working. The team's bought over 5,000 properties. We're buying properties every day. We're selling properties every day. Not all rentals are created equal. If I was to start all over again and say, hey, this is the only thing we buy, that defines it. If you want to see that video, I'm going to put it right here. I hope you guys enjoy. Bye-bye.